Hi, my name's Anna and this is day one of my 100-day gambling diary. I'm not completely confident in myself, but then this is only the beginning. This is only day one of this process. For me, the urge to gamble can be a response to many things. It can be a response to pain. It can be a response to happy occasions. It can be a response to financial difficulties. Most of the time when I do go to gamble, I'm full of terror. I'm afraid. I never know how long my bender is going to last. I've got a lot of worries on my mind. Monday week, I'm bringing my best friend here. She has terminal cancer. I feel incredibly inadequate. It's 5 to 3 a.m. and I can't sleep. It must be coming up to 6 weeks since I've gambled. And my counsellor told me, she said that after 2 months, the brain starts to go through withdrawal. And maybe that's what's starting to happen. Stop it, cat. Sorry, my cat's distracting me. Come on, off with you. Off. Today I had to put my cat down. At 5 a.m. yesterday morning, he was scratching to get into my room and I wouldn't let him, and now I don't have the chance anymore. My friend's leaving today. I'm very, very sad. I'm also very sad that my cat's died, which is going to be more noticeable once she goes. It made me aware this last week that I've been very emotionally and socially isolated still. My only escape has been gambling. Today I took my friend Marietta off to the city. On the way home, on the train, I contacted my son just to tell him that I loved him and just touch base with him. Right now I'm very sad because I gambled. I kept the desire to gamble to myself and it grew and grew. And there was some point where I knew I'd lost the argument. And it was very difficult not to run to Healesville RSL. And even though it's a long weekend and my counsellor has kept in touch with me throughout this weekend, I still feel alone to the point of thinking, well, what's the use? I'm sort of angry and I feel sorry for myself and I just feel low self-worth because I've gambled. My cat knew before I did if I was going to go off tap and gamble and disappear for a couple of days. Leave him alone just like I left him and my own son alone because of gambling. And I didn't know that he used to wake up until he told me after, Mum, do you know what it was like for me when I woke up alone at night? My counsellor came to see me today. I was in a foul mood to begin with. What was the use of anything more like self-pity? I gambled Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. I was completely absorbed in the gambling. I didn't eat, I didn't drink. I kept on looking out for my son and every young, tall, thin chap with a hoodie on. I thought it might be him. I was exhausted at the end of it. I still feel really flat. It's Easter Monday. It's been the longest Easter of my life, and really lonely without my cat. I ran my friend in West Australia. She's back in West Australia, Marietta. And she said that participating in this campaign is something that I ought to feel proud of, regardless of whether I've gambled or not, especially if it helps somebody else out there. Since the launch and seeing the TV commercials, I understand this challenge better. I understand how people could identify and feel supported from this challenge. Like everywhere I'm going, I'm getting smiles. You know? So it just feels like I feel like a valid human being, like I belong to the community, like I'm not just some aberration that has to hide her gambling. My counsellor Vera came and took me for lunch in Healesville, and I basically had enough money left over to have this photo made of my cat. I've relapsed again. I didn't make it to my GA meeting. When I'm afraid of continuing to gamble, my response has been to cut my hair off. I just feel terrible about myself. Before this diary, I didn't reach out to my support every time I gambled. I would often still just deal with it myself. I'm going to see my son and stay with him overnight. I hope that turns out okay.
Hi, I'm Alex, Anna's son, and from the start of the campaign to now I've become overwhelmed with feelings of happiness and love for a woman that's put a roof over my head for 18 years through a hard gambling addiction. I've never seen my mum so critical on herself, so judgmental about the smallest thought. I can see her learning from this experience. When I turned 18, within a minute of turning 18, I was in a venue having my first gamble. Since my mum started this campaign, I've not set one foot inside a venue. One thing I love is watching support fly through left, right and centre for my mum.
There was a knock on my door while I was cooking dinner. Somebody who's a local around here inquired, first of all, whether it was myself that he'd seen on television the night before. The person had a child who had a gambling problem, and they asked me where could they send their child for help. That was the first real proof I had that I'm reaching out to people and it's working. I'm 50 today and I've had a lot of people contact me and say hello, and it's just, that's been nice. I had a thought recently that when my 100 days finish, I'm going to start it again. I don't know if that's allowed, but I'll try again and I'll try again. I'll keep trying. But it's not about how much or how little I've gambled. I'm beginning to see what this is about, and it's wonderful.